Yo, it's your boy Big L with April. We in these streets right.
DJ April Showers, The Truth Radio, DRT Radio FM. Don't touch that dial. And a hello to everyone. How is everyone doing out there in Spreakerland? Spreaker, where my shows are uploaded to Spotify and iHeart. And I keep forgetting that for some reason. How is everyone doing? This is April Showers. Of DRT Radio FM and The Truth Radio. I am thankful that you are listening to me. I will be between my YouTube channel and Spreaker channel because and I really need to be on Spreaker more because my shows do get shared out to 8 locations or maybe 10 locations now. This month, y'all, I didn't lose y'all, did I? Okay. The beautiful month of October, which is the month my daddy was born in. His birthday is October 8th. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, I don't like being cold, so when October hits, it reminds me that winter is coming. So October can feel different for each of us. Some wear pink to celebrate. Some quietly observe the month. Some feel grief. And some feel unseen or misunderstood. What that means is, for a person such as me, being a breast cancer survivor, when you feel misunderstood or unseen, or grief. And yes, I've lost aunts and cousins. And they had breast cancer. It's not easy. Walking around being a survivor, because in your mind you've got this little alarm and you're saying, how long will it be before it comes back? It's like it's this tick-tock clock. Will it come back? I just had a friend that died. I just know somebody else that had it, and they died. So while the celebrations are going on, some people really don't like to talk about their breast cancer. Some like the idea that I survived and I don't want to go back to that place again. And that's fine. Any woman has the right, if they decide to speak about their breast cancer, it's their right to talk about it because it is their body and their breast. Again, a breast cancer survivor does not have to get out there and walk. She does not have to participate in any functions. She does not have to do what you feel is right for her because, again, it's her body, her breast, and she is the one that went through the experience and not you. So Breast Cancer Awareness Month, held in October every year, was created in 1985 to promote screening and prevention of the disease, which affects 1 in 8 women in the United States every year and 2.3 million women worldwide. Known best for its pink theme color, the month features a number of campaigns and programs conducted by groups ranging from breast cancer advocacy organizations to local community organizations at major retailers, aimed at supporting people diagnosed with breast cancer, including metastatic breast cancer, educating people about breast cancer risk factors, stressing the importance of regular screening starting at age 40 or an age that's appropriate for your personal breast cancer risk, and fundraising for breast cancer research. Although breast cancer is much more common in women, breast cancer affects men as well. What I would like everyone to know is Black women are less likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer than white women, but are 41% more likely to die from the disease. In order to be a healthy person, not to receive breast cancer, well, I shouldn't say not to receive, not to lower the risk of you getting breast cancer, is that you should not smoke, you should not drink alcohol, and you should be exercising regularly. You should get regular breast self-exams. And if it runs in your family, you might want to try to get a BRCA gene test done. Again, we are seeing an alarming rise of women being diagnosed with breast cancer. Also, when you take a shower, you can also take a self-exam breast checkup. And that's to raise whatever arm, and you take your 2 fingers from the arm that's not raised, and you place it like on, you put those 2 fingers like right at 9 o'clock. And you take those two fingers and you just take them around each breast. Should you feel any types of knots, bumps, swelling, you should contact your doctor immediately so that you can have a mammogram. After having a mammogram and something shows up, you will more than likely have to go do a biopsy, where you go and you lay on a table with your stomach down with whatever breast that you have. And they do this biopsy where they're trying to pull out a little bit of tissue from that knot to send out to get the results, whether it's malignant or benign. Also, I want to state, when you take a mammogram, I know for me that only had little plumps, I used to hate taking them mammograms because with me having little plumps, I had to get up on that machine, put my arms around the machine, and they put your little breast like in this machine, and they try to tighten it up so they can get a good picture, because that's what it is. It's like images of your breast. But with me having these little plums, they had to turn, and I had to hold my breath. I had to be still so they can get these little bitty plums on those mammogram machines. Again, I am thankful for technology, that when I go to Rush University now, they have state-of-the-art machines. And I don't have breast anymore. But before my breast was removed, that I did not have to go through that painful experience of having these little plums that I used to have put on those machines. Then they turned the knob to press down on the breast to get a great image of whichever breast they was doing. So I don't have to worry about that. But that was a painful experience. So this is like I'm doing all of these different series on breast cancer. So the first time in 2014, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, it was a low stage. And it was found by a mammogram. But I had been taking mammograms since I was 40, and it ran in my family. I have been taking them every year. And it was found by a mammogram the first time in 2014 that I had breast cancer. So I know this show will go to my YouTube channel as well. And I'm going to stop right here because tomorrow I'm going to talk about the emotional part of finding out that I had breast cancer. So again, proper diet, proper eating, no smoking, no drinking alcohol, try to eat healthy, but that's for most people that just want to be healthy. You should be doing those things anyway. And again, depends on your family status. Like I said, I'm in 3rd generation of breast cancer. Aunts, cousins, a first cousin, and some second cousins has been diagnosed with breast cancer. Some were health nuts and some weren't. So, go figure. And make sure if breast cancer does run in your family, make sure you let your gynecologist know so they can order regular mammograms, because they tend to say until you're 40, every 2 to 3 years. And so please, if it runs in your family, make sure you tell your gynecologist so you will be able to get mammograms more frequent, and the insurance company will pay for it. But again, like I said, there are so many cancer research places and people that are pushing to get your mammograms done that you can also call and check, like the Susan G. Komen Foundation, and you will find out a lot of organizations will pay for you to have frequent mammograms if you're under the age of 40. Exactly what is breast cancer? Breast cancer is an uncontrolled growth of breast cells. Cancer occurs as a result of mutations or abnormal changes in the genes responsible for regulating the growth of cells and keeping them healthy. The genes are in each cell's nucleus, which acts as the control room of each cell. Normally, the cells in our bodies replace themselves through an orderly process of cell growth. Healthy new cells take over as old one dies out, but over time, mutations can turn on certain genes and turn off others in the cell. That changed cell gains the ability to keep dividing without control or order, producing more cells just like it, and forming a tumor. A tumor can be benign, which isn't dangerous, or malignant, which can be dangerous. Benign tumors, and I used to get them a lot when I was younger. And they weren't cancerous. It's the malignant tumors that are cancerous. So see, that's why it's important if this disease runs in your family, the disease of breast cancer, which starts off as a tumor, which, if you don't get these mammograms done as often as needed to be, then they invade tissues and spread to other parts of the body, and you have all of these malignant tumors in you, and your stage of breast cancer can be very high. So again, I stress, and I'm stressing this to my Carter family the siblings of the cousins, even some of the first cousins, to get them tatas checked, and to please tell your doctors that breast cancer runs in the family, and you can get checked more frequent with mammograms. And also, please, you can go to YouTube or any breast cancer site, and they will show you how to do a breast self-exam so you can feel those little tumors, if there are any. So, I'm just trying to help people eliminate the risk of getting breast cancer. And I like to tell people to get their mammograms. I like to tell people, how they can do the self-exam. And I also need people to know developing breast cancer is not you or anyone else's fault. Feeling guilty or telling yourself that breast cancer happened because of something you or anyone else did is not productive. Okay? I mean, a woman like me, I'm like I said, 3 generations. I hear a lot of people now, they're first generation. And again, they're saying now it's 1 out of 8 women. So, what the heck is going on? Why so many women are being diagnosed with breast cancer? And so, again, I'm going to say, black women, we have a high risk of receiving, of being diagnosed with breast cancer. And again, if you know that someone in your family has breast cancer, you should also try to take a BRCA, a gene test. And it will let you know if you carry the gene. But about 85% of breast cancers occur in women who have no family history of breast cancer. So again, ladies and gentlemen that are listening to this show, I am a survivor. The first time I had breast cancer was in 2014, and that was found because I had a mammogram. This is April Showers. I hope this video reaches you in good health and spirits. You can contact me through my email at joliettapril@yahoo.com or joliettapril@gmail.com. If you live in the Joliet, Illinois area, we will be starting back a support group that I had started 4 years ago. And we're going to start this support group up again. And I want to say, rest in peace and love to those that have passed from this. And I want to thank people, friends, family that have been there for me and that have been there for other breast cancer survivors. Again, this is something that I feel comfortable with talking about. And don't expect everyone to be like me. There are some women that do not want to talk about the experience. And please do not upset them if they don't want to talk to you about it. If they don't want to tell you their journey or what they went through. Again, it's their body, their breast, and they are the ones that had to go through this. And this is April Showers, and I'm out.